Hey everyone, Charles Stevens here with this week's Words of Wisdom. Today we wrap up our series, Legacy, Living What Outlives You. And I want to leave you with a thought that has become increasingly important to me. At the end of our lives, success alone will not be enough. We want to finish with faith. Evangelist Billy Graham wrote in his book, Nearing Home, Life, Faith, and Finishing Well, the greatest legacy one can pass on to one's children and grandchildren is not money or other material things accumulated in one's life, but rather a legacy of character and faith. Now, that's the kind of legacy that lasts. As I reflect on my career, I've had the privilege of serving as a teacher, a coach, an assistant principal, and a principal. Along the way, there were many milestones I'm very proud of. Championship seasons, successful school initiatives, awards, recognitions, and of course, graduations. Those accomplishments were meaningful. But what I've come to realize is that when people reconnect with me years later, they rarely talk about awards or achievements. Instead, they talk about conversations. They talk about encouragement they received during a difficult season. They talk about lessons learned in the classroom or on the athletic field or in the hallway. They talk about relationships. And those moments have reminded me of something important. Success may open doors, but faithfulness changes lives. As I've moved through different seasons of leadership, my definition of success has evolved. Early on, success was often measured by results. Today, I think more about impact and significance. Did I serve others well? Did I lead with integrity? Did I stay true to my values? Did I use the opportunities and gifts God gave me to make a difference in the lives of others? Because someday, none of us will be remembered primarily for our titles. We'll be remembered for the lives we touched and the faith we lived. The Apostle Paul captured this in 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Notice Paul didn't say, I achieved all my goals. He didn't say, I accumulated success. He said, I have kept the faith. That's the finish line. So as we close this series, here's the question I want you to reflect on. If your life ended today, what would people say mattered most to you? Would they point to your accomplishments, or would they point to your character, your faith, your generosity, or your love for others? Success is not a bad thing, but success without purpose is empty. Success without faith is incomplete. This week, take some time to consider not just where you're headed, but how you want to finish. Because the goal isn't simply to be successful. The goal is to be faithful, to finish well, to leave behind a legacy that outlives you. And as we conclude this series, remember, live intentionally, lead authentically, leave a legacy. That's all for this week's Words of Wisdom. Next week, we'll kick off a new 6-week series entitled Relationships That Multiply Influence. Have a great week.